And welcome back. This is day number 3 of week number 6, and you're watching Major League Table Tennis. Are you guys ready for the battlers to come out? Then first, let me introduce to you the officials. Please, a warm welcome. Put your hands together for William Chung and Peter Chung. And the first team to come in is in third place with 85 points currently, and they're looking to rack some up here today. Put your hands together for the Portland Paddlers! And their opponents in fourth place had a big win just last night. Make some noise for Texas Smash! And now that all the warriors are here in the arena, let's shake some hands and slap some skins and let the games begin.
Let the games begin. Indeed, we're here for the third and final day here at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Week 6 of Major League Table Tennis, and we're going to see the Portland Paddlers face off with the Texas Smash. It's been a thrilling week with packed audiences here in this venue and some really exciting matches that has seen the Bay Area Blasters take the top of the table. It's a position they're going to want to try and keep and capitalize on today. But the Texas Smash, again, they have a point to prove. They had a match last night and gained some ground from the bottom of the table. Sean, how important is this match for the Texas Smash and the Bay Area Blasters, who want to try and capitalize on that lead?
Well, both definitely want to get closer to the top. I mean, they're still within striking range to make the playoffs. So Portland, they've had a dry run. They're trying to get out the winner's column.
And of course, next month is the cross divisions. It's going to be a lot of opportunities to pick up points. These matches are even more important just to try and narrow those margins down. We've got a really exciting lineup for this showdown between the Portland Paddlers and the Texas Smash. You can see those playing orders coming up on screen now. Going to get things started with Cole and David Macbeth.
And David played exceptionally well last night, taking 3 points against Jin Bao. Excellent play to help Texas get their first win of the season.
Of course, we've had like a number of good youth matchups. We'll have another one between Daniel Tran and Nandan Naresh. Interesting doubles combination from Texas Smash coming in, Kasahara and Amy Wong against the very stable combination of Cole and Rachel Sung. Jonathan McDonald and Johan Rebete, they're going to have a bit of a rematch from week 4, and then it's going to round off with Jiwei Shah and Hiromitsu Kasahara before the Golden Game.
It'll be interesting, Matt, to see with Cole, he's missed a number of his serves. I'm wondering, again, is it due to tension? Is it due to changing a service motion? Is it the opponent on the other side of the table not wanting the ball to go long, so maybe tightening up a little bit? But we have seen David Macbeth go all out on any serves that come long, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously on the first day, on the first matchup, I mean, Collet served, I think, 15 net balls in one game and missed a couple of his own serves. And he kind of said afterwards that he just hasn't, you know, when you're coaching, you don't have time to practice and you start losing that feeling. And especially for him, the feeling and the timing is really important for his serve. So Collet came into the weekend at the top of the Major League Table Tennis standings with a 13-2, 86.7% singles record. He's really been the player to beat for all of these teams. Dave Macbeth in 14th, 10-8 in singles, just under 56%.
Both have very similar serves, employing the reverse pendulum, same as a backhand serve, having the benefit of being able to play their forehand much easier.
Net, love 2. Net.
Here come the leads.
Yeah. Gets it on the third attempt. I guess with Collet's reverse, there's such heavy rotation, sometimes he doesn't get the forward momentum on the serve. He's so focused on generating heavy rotation.
And that's what happens if the ball does go long. We saw it last night. Macbeth just jumping on top of it. Great leverage, 6'4" frame. And that's a serve that got away from Macbeth at the same time.
Now, Macbeth and Collet played the opening match in week 4. Collet taking a 3-0 win that helped Portland get a 17-4 victory over the Texas Smash. These two teams from weeks 2 and 4 are currently 1-1. Texas clutching the win in week 2.
I was speaking to the Portland coach, Christian Lillarus. He was saying this is one match he definitely feels they're the underdog going in, although they do have a prior victory.
Well, as I said, Collet's become really one of the players to beat in this league, and against Texas, he's won the opening match both times, 3-0. First time against Nandan Naresh, last time against Dave Macbeth. But I feel like Dave really has something to prove out there this weekend.
He's been playing so well last night, as well as the first days. Well, here. Collet comes out strong, taking game number 1.
Collet is such a reliable force for Portland to put out in these first matches. He's really a player that never really gives you any opportunity to win points. You really have to earn every ball that you set up, every ball that you try and win the point with, because he really just doesn't make that many unforced errors.
Everything is so tight. His serves are double bouncing. His opening loop is low. Moves the ball around exceptionally well. Not much wasted energy. And his short game on the serve return is very strong.
See some highlights here from Collet's opening performance. Again, just really solid short game, high quality long pushes, great openings, great follow-ups. There's really, it's all about technical precision with Collet, and his technical consistency, I think, more than anything else. So Dave Macbeth is going to have to
Second game.
Get a good start here in game 2.
Lay through. Love all.
getting the show started here.
Oh, that's a beautiful over the table backhand loop by David Macbeth.
Dave Macbeth, highest world ranking in March 2018 of 163. He's part of the English team that won a silver medal at the Commonwealth Championships in 2015 and reached the last 16 of the men's doubles in the 2017 World Championships with Sam Walker. So a few accolades to his name. Also that men's team bronze in 2018 at the World Team Cup in London on home ground.
England's done exceptionally well in the team events. Pitchford, Sam Walker, Mr. Drinkle, done exceptionally well.
Oh, the connection between those shots. Macbeth doubling down on a great backhand counter. Picks the early time and Cole nowhere near that ball. And Dave Macbeth takes the lead.
Come on, play game.
Macbeth this time with a serve error.
Very aggressive. Because the side spin, top spin on this serve, there's really not much of a short play that you can do, so you're going to have to hit it, and why not go for a little bit more?
Oh, play, just impeccable placement there. Macbeth out of position, back from the table.
Macbeth is going to win every one of those once he gets on the offensive. Once he gets to midcourt, just so strong, really, really scrambling.
Macbeth has such controlled forehand strokes.
Never see him really take a wild shot unless the ball's hit the net or maybe if they hit it into his body. Very clean technique. The one area I would love to see him continue to do well on is moving his feet. Sometimes he seems a little bit stationary on that first or second ball.
Macbeth going toe-to-toe here in game two.
And there's a great placement by Cole into the body. Aggressive serve return. Cole up for the challenge, able to get his backhand top spin in very quickly.
Net 6-8.
Risky serve though. Just went for a deep chop serve, mixing it up.
It's really a percentages game. And Cole's percentages are just so incredibly high.
Oh, that is so smooth by David Macbeth. Just taking the backhand off the bounce, down the line. Little reminiscent of his teammate Amy Wong. One of her favorite shots as well.
10-7.
Goes for that backhand flick receive. It's one that he used really well against Marjin Bao's reverse pendulum serve last night. Cole's reverse, much heavier.
And there you just see McBeth, once he gets a little bit of distance from the table, so smooth, so controlled.
But this rally, I mean, it's a perfect example that shows you how high pace and how high quality your shots have to be just to try and get Cole a little bit off balance.
Cole once again wins the battle, playing a perfect ball into the body. McBeth unable to get around. Portland with a quick 2-0 lead.
I mean, McBeth's making a really respectable effort here, but it's just about those extra margins that get you over the line. And I mean, that's really where I feel like a lot of the top players in this league so far have had good matches with Cole, but being able to beat him is totally different. You have to really lift the bar.
To get it through him almost seems impossible, and everything is so tight when he's got the serve. Not much you can really do when he's going to get his forehand in. This backhand can be just as difficult to deal with because it's up at the table, off the bounce, and heavy spin, so you're almost forced to block it.
So far, leading up to the start of this weekend, Cole had only lost 2 games in singles. So Rasheen Al Sayed, the Egyptian veteran, won 2-1 in his match in week 4 against Cole, and he's been the only player. I mean, that shows you how much experience it takes.
Well, and the thing is, they had played before also at a World Championships where it had gone 18-16 in the final game for Ukraine versus Egypt to see which went into the higher division. So when I asked Lachine about that, he's like, well, my backhand is so much better than it was back then. It's like that you're also slightly older.
Yeah, just slightly.
And speed. Placement is always impeccable.
They're switching up to the backhand serve.
Change
The
end.
switch ends with a 5-3 lead. The last time these teams played, heading into the Golden game, Portland was 11-4. So in these individual matches, they made a pretty big impact. And on a couple of occasions these two have played, Portland has been in the league going into the Golden.
4-5. Take 4.
So funny to see an opening move that puts you out of position. Cole so strong with the counterattack.
Take
Back.
5.
Some of his shots are just exceptional. Backhand flick had some great pace on it.
Take 4.
And again, McBeth drawing things even here towards the middle of the game. In the second, this is where we saw Cole pull away a little bit, so there's some pressure on McBeth to try and push ahead here. Now, the last time these two played in the first game, Ko only won 11-10. So they had a close opening game. So, you know, McBeth's certainly capable.
Again, just to serve that,
7-4.
going through some variation with the depth. This isn't one that Cole is going to have an issue with.
Coley gets it done. Macbeth backs all the way off the table. Coley's drop shot just drifting long. Macbeth did a fantastic job of getting in there and keeping that ball low over the net.
Seemed like Coley would have rather kept it low. Those high balls didn't look so comfortable on the smashes.
8-all.
And of course, our next singles match is going to be between Daniel Tran and Nanda Naresh, two of USA's top youth table tennis players. Right now,
Timeout.
Macbeth and Coley drawn at 8-8. Macbeth took 8 points in the first and second games. So we'll see if he can break the cycle here. He's gone back to the bench with Texas Smash coach Jorg Pizzagayo. Texas Smash last night had an inspired victory over the Bay Area Blasters. A big home crowd filled stands for the Bay Area Blasters, so against the immense pressure, it was Amy Wong who brought things home for Texas in the Golden Game. So here's another look at that attacking, lobbing rally. Macbeth getting great height on the ball.
Time.
Coley just holding the table, and once he's in that position, really, I mean, unless you're going to play a big counter, then it's really hard to regain control of the situation. Coley, he's going to hold the serve. The Portland Paddlers
8-all.
currently enjoying the lead here, and Texas Smash down one timeout out of their two. And Macbeth gets a relatively easy point there with a deep push.
That time Coley much better off the deep push. Able to get his backhand going. And he will have his own serve now at 9-all.
Big point there from Coley. Sets himself up with game point. Macbeth.
10-all.
He's going to give himself a shot at a golden point here with the serve. 10 points each. Of course, in Major League Table Tennis format, there is no deuce. It's no win by two. It's one golden point.
Macbeth really needs to keep this serve short. Seems every time he's let it go long or forced it long, Coley's jumped on it.
And you almost have to wonder, that ball looked like it drifted a little bit long on the receive. Macbeth, who played so well over the table, opting to receive and try and drop the ball short again. He doesn't control it.
Once that ball goes a little long, it's so difficult to play another short versus short return.
So Coley opens with a 3-0 win. It's the third 3-0 win he's had against the Texas Smash. And so one of the things I was just asking, with your reverse pendulum serve, the ball's been hitting the net quite a lot this weekend.
All right. So yeah, every place are different, right? About the rules, how tall
Yeah.
is it, and then how wide the place. So every table, in this place are different. So
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to, to training
Adjust.
serve here.
Right.
Yeah, even you training serve really good at home, but still are different. Yeah. That's why so nervous. Always net. Yeah.
Well, it seems that at the big points you play very well. We had an exciting point when you were smashing the lobs, and then you went for the drop shot. So we've got the next match coming up right now. Congratulations, great
Yeah.
win.
First game.
We'll
Okay.
see you in the doubles.
Train
Yeah.
serve.
Thank you. Bye.
Love all.
Nice to get a bit of insight
One
into
love.
the net serve. Won't call it a situation, but all right. On table now, Daniel Tran, the left-hander from Texas, but not representing Texas, of course. He's playing for the Portland Paddlers. He's
Net.
facing off against Nandan
Love two.
Naresh.
One, two.
Nandan has such a nice all-round table game. Really doesn't go for too many crazy shots. Keeps the ball in play. Look for Daniel to try to set up his forehand and also use his backhand flip off the serve to create some mismatch angles. Both players holding the table so well, and you see Nandan acknowledging the great counterattacks by Daniel Tran. Excellent play by both youngsters.
Tran getting the ball out to the forehand corner. Both of these players have a lot to prove here in the league as the young rising talents in US table tennis. And Tran just deflects that ball down the line. He had a tricky match yesterday with Andrew Sau playing immensely powerful forehand game. Tran will be wanting to come out here and make an impression. Of course, Nandan was rested yesterday, so he's back out today.
Three.
Nandan, the winner of the US men's national team trial this year.
And he's been representing Team USA at the Pan Am Championships, Pan Am Games, giving a lot of great experience. But right now, Daniel Tran has really found his rhythm, keeping a lot of pressure, especially out to the forehand side.
3-7.
And coming over the table with the backhand flick. And a great angle there from Naresh. Playing that soft, slow opening as you saw Tran backing off the table quite early. And Tran clips the net.
8-4.
Looked like Nandan had a possible play on that ball. See it from a different, yeah, maybe too short.
And Nandan throws in the chop block. Not as heavy as Daniel Tran thought. Lifted that one off the end. Try it again.
5-9.
Side spin chop block off the serve to try to drop it. Not an easy shot to execute.
6-9.
Quick snap through the backhand there. Naresh still trailing by 3 in game 1. Great point from Naresh, keeps in control. Tran picking himself back up off the ground and that point.
Once again, trying to line up that backhand punch down the line. 2 big serves for Daniel Tran.
And Naresh from the depths claws that one back.
I was thinking that Tran was going to play that ball wide to his backhand.
All started from a great, fast, deep serve.
And sometimes it seems when Daniel's playing, every shot becomes bigger and bigger. And that's the difference with Nandan Naresh, is that he knows when to amp it up and when to go to control. I think as they play more against each other, Daniel will realize that he doesn't have to finish the ball every time he touches it.
And generally with Nandan, when he's out there playing, you see him kind of change the angles of his racket. You see him hook the ball or go inside out. So he's not trying to add power, but he adds levels of difficulty whilst maintaining a really high level of consistency as well. Right now, Naresh back on the bench with Coach Jorg Pitsagayo. So, in this second singles match, both of the teams have used one timeout. Of course, a bit of a reminder on screen there about the Major League Table Tennis Fantasy League at Fantasizr.com. I will say one thing, Sean. Evan Lepler has been very quiet this week.
I know, he hasn't.
Haven't seen him
posting much.
Atop the rankings or. And Daniel Tran comes back from the timeout strong, sets up game points.
So much more effective when he can hold the table and keep hitting the ball and going forward. I'm not sure about that backhand flip. Nandan took that serve down the line. Unable to find the weaker side, just moving the ball around.
And it's going to be a golden point here to get things kicked off in this match. Right now, the Portland Paddlers 3-0 in the lead. Nandan Naresh is carrying the weight of responsibility for the Texas smash here. And he goes in for the flip and misses.
Nandan decided it's going to be a topspin serve. I might as well. I'm going to flip it, put something extra into it. And Portland continues, now up 4-0.
This is a big start for Daniel Tran. If you look at their tournament head-to-head at USATT events, Nandan Naresh is 9-4. They've played 3 times this year. Daniel Tran winning in the junior national team trials. Nandan winning in both the adult national team trials and the US national championships. Daniel Tran off to a flying start here in game 1. Saw him come out looking much more aggressive than yesterday and more confident in his shots.
As I said, Matt, when Daniel Tran can be close to the table and attacking versus blocking or just keeping it in play, he will find a weak ball to go strong against. We saw him have that one opportunity to go out to the forehand, then to the back, and he just overplayed it. But it's this type of match that would be huge for Portland if Daniel could get another game, or possibly even go for a sweep.
Especially going into the doubles.
That love all.
And testing the ball toss there with the lighting. Not sure usually what the ruling would be for that. Normally players won't actually toss the ball. I think usually once you start the ball toss, that's the start of your serve motion, but
You have to do it before the umpire's watching.
yeah. Well, we've had a couple of umpires here. Peter and William Chung, who've been here
1-2.
all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and today, umpiring these matches. It's certainly a tough job at the best times. Nandan Naresh with the redirect. Nandan doing a great job of playing short counters from the mid-distance, giving himself a little bit more time here.
On a 4-0 run right now. Nandan realizes that he didn't keep the pressure up. Daniel Tran able to hook one more ball back. Nandan tried to step around that ball, but it was going right into his body.
Naresh in with the forehand counter, starting to get more vocal here. He knows that he can't afford to fall behind. And more from here.
Very aggressive on some of these short serves.
Don't think there's enough safety in that kind of flat punch drive against a serve that's so low over the net. You can see Tran opting to be a little bit more spin oriented on his serve return. Doesn't quite put as much pressure, but fine balance between playing aggressively and being consistent.
3-7.
Nandan knows that Daniel wants to play that serve return with his backhand, so he's constantly moving the serve around, hoping to catch him a little flat-footed. On that ball, just a deeper push. Daniel has to decide, is he going to just heavy spin it or is he going to drive it, but you can't do both shots. That's a great forehand step in by Daniel Tran. These points right here, if he can narrow the gap.
A little bit late on that contact from Naresh. Chiwei Shah gets a really good leg work out on the bench, standing up and sitting down every single point.
I think he might get the award for the most teammate support.
And what a rally from both players, but Nandan Naresh gets the forehand down the line to seal the deal.
Good placement by Daniel Tran on that last ball. That's just a super opening by Nandan. Just reminds me of both Macbeth and Collet. Heavy spin, nothing to work with, but well placed.
Nandan Naresh takes game 2, 11 points to 6, and a lot of positive vocal reinforcement from Naresh to get himself in the zone.
And getting Texas on the board with their first game win here in match 2.
Nandan Naresh determined to make some ground up here for the Texas smash. He puts the first point on the board for them.
We've seen him go inside out on a number of balls out to the forehand. Not uncommon to attack a lefty wide out, keep him out of that backhand corner, but Nandan's also missed a number of serves that he's really tended to overplay.
Time.
Tran in the first game started out aggressively,
Daniel
but well
Tran.
balanced. I think
The red.
in that second game he found it a little bit difficult. Maybe went a little bit too much with the counter attacks.
And also, I think Nandan did a nice job of moving his serve around, trying to.
Some players here from Table Tennis
13,
America, one of the
Change serve. Love all.
stronger clubs in the Bay Area, California region. That's
Excellent
big.
timing. Tran, once he got on the offense, just kept the pressure up, forcing Nandan to just keep the ball in play.
Snappy forehand opening there from Naresh. For Daniel Tran being left-handed, the angles are so important. He has so many options to get the ball out wider to the forehand and the backhand.
1-2.
Although he raised his hand to say sorry, that was a very good opening. A lot more spin than speed, not taking any risk, forcing Nandan to make a bigger shot to bring it down. That's what Daniel Tran needs to do, is any ball that comes off the end, just get that first ball on heavy. Nandan appears he will go for the counterattack, whether it's a elbow lifting down the line counterattack. Good start for Daniel Tran here in game 3. Good placement by Tran. Got Naresh to play that backhand from the forehand side. Not much angle to work with there.
Naresh
2-4.
moving in here. Certainly doesn't want to let Daniel Tran get away too far with the scoreline.
2 times in a row, just quality backhand openings by Nandan.
Tran taking care of that loose short ball. Players will switch ends with Daniel Tran in the lead, 5 points to 3.
Plus the serve. Now would be the time to create
5-3.
some separation.
And this is going to be an important match leading into the doubles. The reliable pairing of Cole and Rachel Sung.
Yeah, lucky break right there. Nandan had all the time in the world. Another big point. Excellent third ball attack.
At this point, you really have to think Nandan's just got to dig the ball in. I mean, he's trying to drop the ball short against the serve that he seems to know is a lot of topspin serves, and we heard Andrew Sal talk about it yesterday, that he knew a lot of the serves were topspin as well.
There's that loop out to the forehand side. I think coming into this match, Texas was probably looking at a sweep potential just based on Nandan's recent results, but right now, that's a strong backhand. Right now, with the serve, Daniel Tran is in the driver's seat at 7-5. All he has to do is trade points for the next couple. Come out with a 2-1 victory.
Net 7-5.
There's that chop block shot from Naresh. He's woven it in to a few points this match, and it's worked so effectively for him.
I thought Daniel was going to just backhand rip that one cross court, knowing that it was a little bit side top.
And Nandan Naresh putting a perfect amount of pressure there with that backhand punch. Just stayed in control. He ties things up at 7 points each. Showing he's up to the challenge here.
Net 7-all.
Just a risky play.
Yeah, just overplaying it, almost making up his mind that not only is he going to play a backhand on the forehand side, but he's going to play a finishing shot. Definitely be difficult to play that safe and then cover the wide backhand.
And Tran going for the counter, but
8-all.
even that far out from the backhand corner was not positioned well enough to have enough space.
But Nandan did a great job of making sure there was quality spin on that opening.
What a play.
8-9.
Daniel Tran doing an outstanding job of shifting the ball around, but Nandan, again, finding that balance of consistency and speed.
Again, just a smart first loop, moving it around. Nandan not going for anything with a safe return, but wanting to punch the ball. Nandan will have the serve at 9-all.
And a great deep first loop opening there from Naresh. You can see how low he got. Preparation for that ball. It's going to set him up with at least 1 game point here.
Net 10-9. Net 10-9.
At least we know he's keeping that serve low.
Net 10-9.
Oh, that's going to put the audience on the edge of their seats. 3 net serves in a row. Naresh just walking around a little bit. Try and hit the reset button. And you could almost tell that Daniel Tran was ready for a potentially looser serve. Naresh driving that ball a little bit higher to clear the net. And now Tran with the serve. And Nandan Naresh picks that shot up. It's going to be a difficult, disappointing loss there in the 3rd game for Daniel Tran. Played a great match, much better than his performance yesterday. But Nandan Naresh just getting over the line here.
Very smart. Got the first forehand, and we saw the last 3 points all go to the first attacker. Nandan continuing his very strong 2023 performance here in Major League Table Tennis.
Nandan will be relieved to get that match out of the way. Certainly, Daniel Tran put him under a lot of pressure. And Naresh is going to head over here. We're going to see some of his insights on his performance there against Daniel Tran. 2 games to 1. Nandan, you're probably a little bit relieved to get that match out of the way. It was a gritty back and forth. I think throughout the second you managed to get a little bit more positive and give yourself some positive reinforcements. Daniel today played much more aggressive than yesterday. What were some of the things that you were trying to do to slow him down a little bit? I saw some chop blocks in there and a few little things to try and mess his rhythm up.
Yeah, I mean, the chop blocks were pretty important because that against the lefty is very effective. And I was trying to open up into his wide forehand a lot more. I mean, sometimes stuff in the backhand, but I was really trying to focus on going wide to the forehand.
And what has been playing for Team USA this past summer, how has that helped you in coming back to Major League Table Tennis, getting a chance to play all the best Americans?
I think it's given me a lot of experience to play in this high-level league. Like, all of the people that I've been playing like over the summer, they're all very high-caliber players, and coming back and being able to use those skills here, it's great.
And Nandan, you've expressed to me explicitly that your goal here is to get the best point this weekend. What are you going to bring in the Golden Game? I need to see something. I need to see something high level.
There was nothing good in that one.
There were some good points, but you know, to get the best one, I think we're going to have to see something.
Okay, I'll bring a beauty in Golden Game.
All right, you heard it from Nandan. The best is yet to come. Nandan, we'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
We're going to head into the doubles here. Another mixed doubles matchup between Portland Paddlers' reliable pairing of Cole and Rachel Sung. And they're going to face Hiromitsu Kasahara and Amy Wong. It's going to be very interesting to see how the style combination of Kasahara and Amy goes together in the doubles.
They're going to be bringing a lot of shot making. The question is, can they set each other up, or are they going to just be teeing off every time the ball comes over the net? Because we know Cole and Rachel Sung, they're going to be working as a team. Rachel's going to position the ball. Cole is going to go for the winners.
I think one of the things that's going to play into this, generally both Amy and Kasahara are really strong counter players. But what's going to happen in this match if Cole and Rachel Sung force them to open first? You know, they're not necessarily strong power generating players when they're the ones that have to generate all the power themselves. They tend to borrow power from their opponents.
The other thing is, with Rachel Sung being a left-handed player, a lot of her openings are straight and very difficult to
Looks
gauge.
like the umpire called a fault on that, as the serve might have touched the other side of the table. Of course, in doubles you have to serve diagonal, but it has to go diagonal, the bounce on both sides.
And Cole had to guess on that one, but the timing was absolutely perfect as he was leaning into the ball.
So, Portland Paddlers already 4-2 in the lead here.
4-3.
Both Amy Wong and Kasahara will be aggressive on the serve return, especially with the backhand side.
4-4.
Not so easy to counterattack Cole's opening ball, or when Rachel gets into kind of more of a flat hitting type of forehand or backhand attack.
Cole throwing himself on the ground to try and bring that ball down for the counter. Amy Wong, great backhand opening.
And there's the over the table backhand by Amy Wong out to the forehand. Very effective, great placement. Again, backhand serve return just out with Imatayo doing the same thing. Anytime the ball is a little high on the back on the double serve, here comes a quick backhand attack.
That slow pace. Just difficult to counter for Amy Wong. There's not too much on that ball. Must be interesting for Rachel and Amy. I mean, I know they've played each other a number of times. Maybe not as much in the last couple of years, but off the table, very, very good friends, and I believe college roommates at the moment. So it's got to be strange to be in a professional league at the opposite ends of the table. Wow.
That might get a top 10 for speed.
What a bullet.
9-7.
So Portland Paddlers closing in a little bit here. Still trailing 7 points to 9. Amy Wong with the serve for the Texas Smash.
Ten, 7.
Rachel Sung getting trapped on that one. The Texas Smash are going to take the first game. This doubles match could potentially help Texas level the playing field. And we talked obviously about Texas being in a difficult position at the bottom of the table. They're kind of the only team that's separated a little bit, whereas the other teams are in a fairly tightly knit contest. Really, this weekend, Texas needs to finish strong. They had a good performance last night, winning against the Bay Area Blasters. Right now, Amy Wong and Hiramitsu Kasahara need to keep this momentum going in the doubles.
Just trying to even it up at 4 apiece. Right now, trailing 4-3. But Portland has had a dry spell. They have not been doing well after an initial surge in week 1
Time.
in Santa Cruz.
I spoke yesterday with Christian and Luba Sadovska, the coach of the Seattle Spinners. I said it was quite funny for me. There's Adam Barbaro in the audience. It's quite funny for me that Christian came into this in the beginning with the blog saying his team was going to come last. So they came in with that underdog mentality and played unbelievably. And of course, in the last couple of interviews we've had with the Seattle Spinners coach and players, they've said, oh, you know, people think that we're not going to perform well. So, oh, looks like the racket's gone. Just catches Kasahara. A grin there from Amy Wong. Yeah, so maybe the underdog mentality is the big secret here.
I think mentally it is a very comfortable position to be in just by lowering some expectations and not thinking it's your match to lose, but just going out and playing your best and letting the chips fall where they may.
And that kind of echoes the sentiments that Jorg brought when we interviewed him last night after the Texas Smashers win. And for him, it's about the attitudes coming into the match and the team spirit and the positivity. And at the end of the day, win or lose,
Yeah,
that's
if the
what he
attitudes
wants.
are there, the wins will come. It's when the attitude isn't there that the losses are within striking range. So, and the number of close matches.
Silent bench syndrome.
Rachel's just really having a tough time finding her rhythm.
Amy Wong off the bounce. Looks like the styles of these two players have complemented each other quite well.
Yeah, both are playing very similar tactics of getting the backhand over the table and moving it around. And with this righty-lefty opponent, getting the ball out.
And Amy Wong just puts that away.
And you can see the difference between Amy's smash and what Rachel has done. Amy, no hesitation, driving through the ball. Rachel's been reaching a little bit more.
3-5.
And just effortless off the bounce, wide angle. It's just flawless execution.
And the aggressive backhand serve return. Really going 50-50.
Take 5.
What an exchange between these two doubles pairs.
2 knockdowns of Cole as he fights to keep the ball into play.
Kasahara, such a smart decision to go back to that same placement that put Cole off balance the first time.
That's a tough ball to reloop. Rachel did a nice job of just getting that first heavy spin in. Kasahara's going to have a handful if he's going to reloop that from below the net.
7-all.
Risky serve return there.
Portland back even here in game 2 after dropping game 1 of 11-7.
You can keep up with everything Major League Table Tennis on the homepage, mltt.com.
7-all.
Not just news scores, but also standings, stats.
Oh, Rachel taking a page out of the Texas playbook there with a nice little backhand off the bounce.
This puts the Portland Paddlers into the lead for the first time in game 2.
A great placement by Amy.
8-all.
Looked like she was going to go right into the backhand corner instead. Redirected it into the elbow. It's not easy to get to Rachel's elbow so quick around the backhand corner.
Kasahara just a little bit too soft, and you could see he'd already backed off a little.
It was a smart move by Rachel to drop one more ball short.
9-8. Cole and Rachel Sung.
9-all.
Kasahara has done a fantastic job of pressuring Cole in this second game.
Time.
Time indeed. Timeout. Sending the players back to the bench, and it is Christian Liliarus of the Portland Paddlers using his second timeout. That means that the Portland Paddlers will go into the last 2 singles matches without any timeouts remaining. They won't have another opportunity to use a timeout until the golden game. And that shows you recognition from Christian Liliarus of the importance of this doubles match in keeping Portland Paddlers in the lead.
Anytime within striking range, if you can use those timeouts to affect the tactics, or for some of these players, give them even a little bit of a breather.
We've certainly started to see Rachel Sung be more consistent, and she's really been a key player. And Cole himself has talked about how important her role has been in being a solid anchor, getting those first opening loops in, great placement.
Hands up.
Kasahara holding the serve. Amy Wong going for the drop.
9-10.
Cole really loaded up the serve return. So he really cut the bottom of it.
And Amy Wong goes for a risky forehand flip.
Game to Portland.
Off the back of Kasahara's serves, the Portland Paddlers win 2 points on the receive, and it gives them the second game.
And it looked like possibly Amy was reading the amount of spin from the prior one. This time, Cole didn't get nearly as much. And when she went from the flip, with less underspin on the ball, just goes deep.
Cole has been not just a force in the singles, but also in the doubles. Kolei and Rachel Sung in week 2 won 3 games to 0 against Kasahara and Daryl Sao. Then, in the absence of Rachel Sung at the Pan Am Games in week 4, Kolei and Kayla Goodwin winning 2 games to 1 over Dave Macbeth and Ying Wong.
And you're never going to be bad off going for Kolei in your fantasy team.
Wow, I'm there every
He's
every
the first
West
pick on,
Division.
I would think, at least 80% of the players in the event.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, as I said, there's a reason why he's at the top
Time.
of the Major League Table Tennis standings. It'll be interesting to see how those standings update after this weekend. But coming into the weekend, I mean, an 86.7% singles record. He's one of the few players in the league that has a positive win ratio across singles, doubles, and the Golden Game.
Love all.
Triple threat.
One love.
We're going to see some interesting adjustments, I think, to the Major League standings. I feel like Andrew Sao is going to move up immensely after his singles and Golden Game performances here this weekend.
Nice backhand opening by Rachel Sung. A lot of touch drop shots by both teams. Not wanting just to push it off deep. Keep the opponents at bay.
Kasahara gets that ball down the line. I think the Texas Smash looked significantly more comfortable in game 1 with this order, so they need to get in here.
Get as many points as possible
before
until
the-
they get to 5.
And they will do just that. Kasahara bringing some pressure off the back of Amy Wong's great forehand opening. Kasahara doing a great job there.
88.
And I think, Matt, that when Amy and Kasahara are playing, it's okay for Amy just to be a little bit more of a placement partner. When both of them are going for shots, it's not usually the best shot that they're going to try to finish the ball with.
1-5.
They both have so much firepower, but definitely smart to help set your partner up.
Rachel Sung powering through that forehand.
Good combination there by Portland. 1-2 punch.
This already shows you why it was so important for Texas to get ahead here.
Rachel a little early on that last backhand.
Coming up in the next singles, a bit of a rematch from week 4, I believe. Jonathan McDonald and Ilan Rabate.
3.
Looked like Amy had predetermined that shot. Once it left the racket, she was going to get her backhand in, but Kolei jammed it a little wider.
And Kolei popping that serve long over the end.
And Kasahara doing a nice job of mixing up the spin. So within 2, paddlers have the order that helps them. Can Rachel Sung get some offense going? Amy having difficulty with Kolei's serve.
Texas Smash in a bit of a pressure spot here. Portland Paddlers pair definitely more formidable with this order. Collet just clearing enough space.
And that was set up so nicely by Rachel, playing that ball down the line to get a weaker opening by Kazuhara. Oh, what a backhand by Kazuhara. That got David Macbeth to stand up. Oh, and that's
See the
bumping into
jittery
each other.
moment from Amy.
We've had one bump as well as a racket get caught on a backswing.
And this time, Kazuhara going for the backhand flip. They've tended to play a lot of short pushing close to the net. Both teams in this order in particular. Kazuhara changing up the play here a little. And his counters have just been immaculate.
He's going to get the little MVP award for the second half of this doubles match. He's just come alive and really stepped up his game. That's the first mistake we've seen of Kazuhara in a while.
Maybe a little bit too far back from the table on that one.
Not easy to cross your body.
Another error from the backhand of Amy Wang.
Collet mixing it up. He's been playing so many short. This time opting for a deep push to the backhand. And he looked like she might have been caught between strokes.
Collet giving a lot of feedback and instruction. And it pays off.
What a combination there. Reverse pendulum serve and then Rachel Sun using her own backhand off the bounce to bring it within one, trailing 9-10 here in game 3.
And Amy Wang takes a risky shot, just missing the table. A bold move from Amy. That was so close. And right now,
very similar to the final point last night when she smashed the final ball to go up 21-19.
oh yeah,
No hesitation, full commitment.
and certainly no stranger to a golden point. And Kazuhara puts the ball off the end. It's going to be the Portland Paddlers that come back from a 5-1 deficit. The change of order making such an enormous difference in this match. And that will keep the Portland Paddlers in the lead here. 6 points to 3.
Collet once again getting the job done, but Rachel Sun with some very key shots when they were needed most, trailing here in game 3.
Rachel, well done. A ridiculously close doubles match. I'm sure there were some very nervous moments for you. I mean, you've played Amy a lot, obviously, in singles over the years, but how does it feel for you when you come into Major League Table Tennis and you end up playing matches against Amy again here? I know you guys are college roommates now and obviously very good friends. Does that add some extra pressure to you out there, or?
Not really, because I think we do separate like being on court and off court. So I guess the only difference is we're both very familiar with each other, which could be an advantage to both of us or a disadvantage. So that's yeah.
Do you feel it's a bit of an advantage for you personally? Now you're getting the tough questions. 50-50?
But I feel like I feel less nervous when I play against her just because I know her so well. So I guess emotionally, maybe it's an advantage.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then just jumping back to the doubles, What is Kole mentioning to you when he is giving some advice? Is he saying, go for your shots? Is he saying, keep it on the table? What type of communications, feedback is he giving you?
He usually tries to tell me what to anticipate, like what the opponent might do, and then tell me what I should get ready for or how I should follow up. Or most of the time he tells me like how I should return the serve or like something.
And you guys were down 5-1 in the third game. Obviously you switched the sides of the table and were in a more comfortable order for you guys. How important was the short game for you guys in that third game?
Yeah, I think in moments like the third game, it's always best to just keep it short first. So you try to get the first opening because it's really hard to block when you're nervous. So I think this is what we tried to do.
Well, a great job there to get that match done, and you keep Portland in the lead. So well done, and we'll see you in the golden game.
Thank you.
A great comeback from Portland there. Again, 5-1, they were down in the third.
And it's keeping a sweep level of 3 games of a lead. So if Jonathan McDonald can take at least one going into the 4th singles match with Ji-Wei Shaw against Kazuhara, who I believe they have played before in the Combine, and Ji-Wei might have won that head-to-head match. Anything can happen in the golden game.
McDonald keeping the ball well under control now. Again, these two did play in week 4. McDonald and Rebete, with Rebete winning 2-1, but that third game was decided by a golden point in the favor of Rebete. 3-1, trying to get a back shot in there. Of course, Rebete came out here and faced the home favorite Lily Zhang yesterday evening.
And her crowd.
And her mob.
3-1.
Sporting her favorite color, yellow, and banana attire.
She's just played fantastic yesterday, and
3-2.
the day before. It'd be great to see what she brings to the table today and what kind of crowd we see showing up for the Bay Area match. Right now, McDonald with a 3-2 lead.
Net 3-2. Net 3-2.
Net serves continue. Getting the ball into empty space. McDonald did a really good job of serving long and fast, and then almost unexpectedly slowing the next ball down.
It definitely feels like McDonald wants to get his backhand into play as quickly as possible. Rebete, beautiful strokes, both power on the forehand and backhand side. McDonald's forehand tends to lag a little bit. He takes it late. Tough to gauge where he's going with it.
4-4.
Pressure on Rebete here to step his level up for the team. Goes from control to attack. You could see McDonald just lifting that ball a little higher. Oh, and this time a huge backhand from Juan Rebete. Swiss player adding some more international flavor here to what has been an impressive lineup in the inaugural season of Major League Table Tennis. And one of the things that surprised me quite a lot when I saw the draft was.
Almost like the United Nations with the number of
Yeah, really.
5-8.
paddlers from Portland. Definitely took advantage of Christian's language skill set. Tyrese Knight from Barbados, Vila from Dominican Republic, Michael Tran, Texas, Jiwei, originally China, trained in Japan, now in Portland, of course, Kole. And
9-6.
Jonathan McDonald, he can speak Swedish too.
Especially on the East Coast as well, you have an abundance of French players that have McDonald getting pressed wide on the backhand. He's not able to add as much pressure when he's not behind the ball. McDonald puts the ball long. Yohan Rebate for the Texas Smash takes game one, 11 points to 6.
It just seems like Rebate, if he just keeps it on the table and moves it around, giving McDonald a chance to maybe overhit or not get into the best position, not having to hit winners, but just really more placement and eliminate any bad shot selections on his end. 11-6, really controlled win.
I think Rebate, of the two of the players, has a bit more sharpness on the attack, both forehand and backhand. Donald tends to maintain a kind of softer control, plays some bigger shots, quite drawn out strokes, takes a little bit more time to build up.
Time. Second game, Rebecca serve, level. One love. Net, one love. One all.
McDonald doing a very nice job handling the deep serves, getting it back into play with good quality spin. Yohan Rebate. Oh, what an angle there.
Rebate with the unforced error on the forehand. McDonald hustling for those wide forehand retrieves.
And that's what McDonald does best. Kind of a quality or a tricky serve, get a loose ball, and then play it with his backhand to either corner.
Net,
Both
1-3.
the Bay Area Blasters and Seattle Spinners have showed up to start warming up for their match, which will be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time.
2-3.
Rebate just slow placing that ball into the elbow.
Just seems that McDonald's trying to change the timing and Yohan Rebate's changing the placement. McDonald's not always taking the small steps in order to get into position, but does favor his backhand side.
5-2.
Right now, a little bit of the battle of misses.
Let 3-5.
Reverse pendulum service hit the net.
Let
Oh, it's amazing that I just said that and it happened again. I think the reverse just cuts so close to the net.
4-5.
And a great, long, fast reverse pendulum. It's a tricky serve to pull off.
Let
Certainly a risky play after
We've
hitting
seen the number
net.
of times even
4-5.
just the complimentary version with Fabi Diaz, the backhand deep serve. She's had a couple that have caught the net also that have gone wrong. When you're going for it, you got to put enough spin in order to bring it down. And if that ball lands just a millimeter too close to the net, you're likely to net it, and then unfortunately with the amount of spin it can send it off the end of the table.
McDonald starting off with a backhand loop over the table, but again another just missed forehand opportunity.
Again,
7-5.
Johan Rebete just mixing up the placement. Oh, beautiful third ball attack by Rebete. Strong power. Tries it again,
6-8.
goes into the net.
He's in such a good position so far, and especially after winning the first game and now having a lead in the second, just needs to temper down a little bit. I don't think he needs to take as many unnecessary risks.
7-8.
McDonald draws back to 8-8. That's a better combination of shots from Ron Rebete, taking his time.
Just lining it up so nicely. It just seems that after every one of his beautiful shots, it follows with an overplay or a ball that clips the top of the net. McDonald in the driver's seat right now with the serve, trying to even up this match.
We've had a great audience out here over this weekend. I'm sure we'll see more people showing up for the Bay Area Blasters match next. Tickets for these shows are at mltt.com.
And McDonald 1 point away.
McDonald takes it, 11 points to 9. Rebete had control in the second game, but just not stable enough. And
that was the most emotional expression. McDonald after the 1-2 combination, feeling the evening up of this match at 1-1. Not a lot of rhythm so far.
yeah, I think Rebete has struggled with the slower control spin from McDonald. McDonald doing a great job of clutching up there. I think the backhand over the table was a big factor, but also McDonald started getting that forehand going. Some good changes in direction, but for Rebete, it's going to be disappointing. I mean, to have been in the lead and have a chance to go up 2-0. We're going to see a third game like we did in week 4.
Players back to the
Who knows, maybe
table.
this will go down to the golden point again.
And going into the 4th singles match, will Portland have a 4-point lead, or will it only be 2, which would give Texas a chance if they were to sweep, to go into a gold point match.
Third game, McDonald
game.
serve. Love all.
With the lead, which they haven't done that often.
Net.
Repete currently 21st on the Major League Table Tennis standings. 7 and 5 in singles. 58.3%. It's definitely going to change after this weekend, but we'll see how he gets on here in this third game.
Love two.
The pace of McDonald just proving awkward for Repete, and you can see him, he doesn't really have a set pace. He slows down and gets drawn into the trap and then tries to speed up too quick.
I think because of his McDonald's forehand coming in so late and his backhand so early, it's almost like playing a left-handed player where half the table is
Net.
coming at you and the other half is just keeping it
Slowing
down.
down, yeah. Repete
3-1.
gets a freebie there with the long fast serve. Gets himself on the board.
I think that's why both these players had so much difficulty with Lily Zhang, because she put so much pressure to both sides of the court.
3-2.
Donald just mistiming that forehand. Very awkward timing on that ball. Repete clips the edge. Deep cut on that serve return. Important to note here, the Portland Paddlers don't have any timeouts remaining. So if things get close here.
Net.
That would have been a great
3-all.
serve return by McDonald. Nice deep push.
Donald puts the ball long.
That's normally money for him. He can make that shot so effectively. And now just
3-5. Tian.
spraying points.
Repete will take a 5-point lead as the players switch ends. But McDonald, he came back really well in the second half of game 2. So
3-5.
certainly nowhere near over for either of these players.
You can see Repete when he's blocking, he's really not even sure of the speed of the ball coming at him. Just taking his time, kind of guiding it over.
Time
Yeah,
out.
and there's a little bit of awkwardness in the pace and the spin. Repete just deflecting. So, timeout here. Christian Lydiarus at the bench with Jonathan McDonald. Repete back with Texas Smash coach Jorg Bitzigayo. There will be no timeouts remaining after this.
Well, just a lot of deep serves from both players. Makes it difficult to do a short serve return when both players are just launching them deep.
Time.
Repete started out this match quite aggressive and quite assertive, but we've seen him it's almost like getting sucked into a vacuum. You end up playing
the speed of your opponent.
Yeah, you play at the pace of your opponent, and McDonald does a great job of slowing the forehand side down.
And speeding the backhand.
Speeding up the backhand.
A little bit disjointed. So when you have the rallies that are going back and forth on each side of the table.
But it's being mirrored. I mean, Repete's doing the exact same thing. It's almost like It's like he's getting trapped. He's playing slow forehand and fast backhand as well. McDonald takes the first point back after the timeout.
And that's exactly what McDonald wants. And just looking from the side angle, Coach Christian Willerus put both hands up, indicating more of that. Oh, that was a beautiful pickup by McDonald. That ball was so low, and he kept it low. And we are tied up at 6-all here in game 3.
For McDonald, it's not, the speed is not the factor, it's just the movement of the ball. It's slow, but it moves. McDonald gets the task done. Certainly using his height to his advantage there.
Just solid smashes. Looked like he could smash all day long. Great timing. More importantly, watching to see where Revite was before going out to the forehand side.
That's going to put him in the lead here. 7 points to 6.
And McDonald just really getting his pattern play in sync and to land. From smashing to picking up the ball from below the table, now getting some very strong serve and serve returns.
McDonald's definitely made quite a run since the timeout.
Look at that.
Is an excellent backhand from McDonald.
And you could just see every time he was just waiting for a slightly weak ball to take cross court. What a side spin net ball. Revite just lifted this up, caught the net, spun its way over.
McDonald really going for some more powerful shots here.
No, I personally think that that's a shot he should take. I mean, it's his favorite shot. His backhand is so strong, he's going cross court with the serve 9-8. He's been serving so many deep serves.
And 10 points to 8.
Interesting, deep serve to the backhand and then kind of a slow forehand.
Yeah, yeah, and we saw him do it before as well.
Might as well just put pips on the forehand.
It's an unusual combination. Most players will follow up fast, but Revite puts the ball long. McDonald is going to take the match. 2 games to 1, and the Portland Paddlers will continue to inch ahead here in this showdown with the Texas Smash. These two teams tied head-to-head from weeks 2 and 4, 1-1. The Portland Paddlers are looking and eyeballing the top of that table. They want to knock the Bay Area Blasters off their perch. And McDonald reverses the result of week 4 rather. Jonathan, congratulations. A difficult match, a lot of back and forth of some fast timing, some slow timing. How important was it for you in that match to try and control the pace of the rallies?
I felt like I just had to remain calm and keep trying. He was sometimes playing slow, or most of the time slow, so you just tried to adapt what he was doing. But still, the balls felt okay.
No, you entertained us with the great smashes on those lobs. It looked like you were very comfortable in that situation. But more so at the end of the match, each game, your backhand really shined brightly.
Yeah, just keep having patience, playing with the backhand, and yeah. Maybe I wasn't so comfortable on the low one, but it's good it looked that way.
not many players are comfortable when a player's lobbing that high. Now, you played him in week 4, and he was able to clutch the result 11-10 in that Golden game to win 2-1. So what did you take away from the last time you played him that helped you get over the line here?
I mean, I definitely had that in mind, but just being slow between the balls and taking my time, and just if he's gonna win, he has to win every point. So just trying to deliver quality all the time.
Well, congratulations on getting that win. Certainly a good result that the team will be happy with, moving to an 8-4 lead, and we're going to see how Ji-Wei does now. So well done, and we'll see you back in the Golden game soon.
Thank you, guys.
Jonathan McDonald proving the more reliable player. And as I said, the Portland Paddlers right now leading 8-4. This is a very interesting matchup here in the last singles match between Ji-Wei Sha and Hiromitsu Kasahara. Ji-Wei, the Portland native. Great control spinning player. I think we could see some really great countering, counter loop rallies between these two players.
Yeah, the challenge for Ji-Wei is to make sure he is the attacker and not just playing as a wall or a backboard, because Kasahara, he can finish the ball.
Yeah, and we saw these two play in week 2, and Kasahara won 3 games to 0 in quite convincing fashion. So we'll see what Ji-Wei can do to change his fortunes here.
Ji-Wei did beat Kasahara 2-1 in the combine, which allowed the coaches a chance to see everyone's level, since we had such a huge international field. A lot of these players were new to the coaches that were the first picks of Major League Table Tennis.
1-2.
And you will see a lot of positive energy from Ji-Wei. Very good footwork, stepping in, moving the ball around, just trying to keep Kasahara off balance.
Both of these players will be looking to try and get him first, so the short game and serve receive is going to be really important. Kasahara, in his match against Tao Wen-Jung this weekend, showed incredible stability with that heavy topspin backhand opening.
Kasahara has no difficulty re-looping any strong opening attacks. Just great racket speed. Moves so quickly in both directions.
2-5.
Seems like Ji-Wei does win a lot of the easy points, just constantly moving the ball an inch to the left or to the right, putting his opponent out of position.
5-4.
And you could see it there in that rally. Just that small, just enough to put him off balance.
Oh, second time we've seen Ji-Wei do that on a big point. Excellent backhand off the bounce, down the line. Seeing Kasahara getting ready to step around. Again, so close to the table.
6-5.
So solid with the backhand control.
That push went too high. Kazuhara made Ji-Wei pay for that one.
Ji-Wei Sha 19th on the standings, coming into the weekend 6 and 9 in singles. He'll definitely be looking to improve on that ratio. And that's certainly going to help, Sean.
And Ji-Wei's able to unleash a strong attack, considering he's playing so much control, moving the ball around.
Battle of backhand to backhand. Not quite the high pace that you would usually see in backhand rallies. And in the end, it was actually just the slowness that forced the error. Big forehand power from Kasahara.
He needs to be doing that.
I mean, if he can repeat his performance from the last time they met, it would bring Texas Smash back to trail just by 1.
Kazuhara got such a good jump on that step around. Ji-Wei had no idea where he was going with that firepower. Very difficult to even put his racket on the ball.
Kasahara gets caught leaning back. Again, great placement from Ji-Wei. Just enough to get Kasahara off balance.
I think the extra topspin on the backhand, forcing the ball to come down. Had a chance.
8-10.
Kasahara
11-8.
making the difference there at the end with some powerful forehands.
Just keeping the pressure on, getting his forehand into play. Ji-Wei's going to have to get more offense going. I don't see anyone blocking Kazuhara down.
So Ji-Wei's got his work cut out for him. A pretty good start. He played some phenomenal backhand blocks into empty space, but Kasahara's forehand game really made the difference towards the end of that first set. You can see in those replays the power he's getting with the forehand.
I mean, Ji-Wei still has an opportunity, if he could take these next two,
Time.
to give Portland the maximum lead going into the Golden game.
Players back to the table.
But right now he needs to just get a game under his belt before worrying about the second one.
Kasahara, by winning that first game, oh, there's Koyo Kanemitsu from the Princeton Revolution with team owner Roger Kang.
Team Japan in the house,
Second game. Sha serves. Love all.
supporting their teammates.
As I was saying, Kasahara, by winning that first game, has kept Texas Smash alive with a chance to still come out on top here. going for some earlier timing with the forehand counter.
And much more aggressive, too.
One, two.
That has really been one of Ji-Wei's biggest strengths, that short serve return, that time, of course, assisted by the net, but taking all the spin off the serves, just dropping it short.
One, two.
No surprise, you'll see a lot more deep serves when players are facing Ji-Wei.
Oh, and just
3,
such
1.
a fine cut there, clips the net. Basically irretrievable. Kasahara, not much he could do about that.
Ji-Wei should let him serve the whole time.
Three, two.
Not easy to go over the table. Those short balls are short.
Three, all.
So difficult for Ji-Wei once they get into that toe-to-toe offensive battle. Thinking as a blocker, not easy to cover. Kasahara can land his attacks.
4, 3.
And then Ji-Wei looking for the backhand to possibly block Kasahara out of position. And there the
3,
serves
5.
are popping up a little bit.
Four, 5.
Kasahara holding the lead here in game 2. And a slow, spinny opening, so much
6,
topspin.
4.
Even for a player with such good control like Ji-Wei. Ball just kicks off his racket.
7, 4.
See lots of variations. Ji-Wei making some adjustments after the last ball, but sends the ball into the net.
There's the deep serve. But Ji-Wei able to counter it from the backcourt. Kasahara stuck up at the table. Couldn't get around to play another forehand. These points right here are going to dictate what's going to be happening in the golden
5,
game.
8.
If Kasahara can pull Texas within 1, he will have accomplished his goal for the smash.
Eight, 6.
Ji-Wei with a nice soft flip out to the backhand.
And again, that
9,
forehand
6.
has just made all the difference for Hiromitsu Kasahara.
He's going to hit Ji-Wei's body 8 times out of 10 if that ball pops up. And if it doesn't, he's going to still spin it hard into the body.
These heavy, heavy spin loops. Just paying dividends for Kasahara.
7, 10.
Ji-Wei going a little bit more offensive-minded here with the serve trailing 10-7.
11, 7.
So 11-7 for Kasahara. A 2-0 lead. And the gap closes as the Texas Smash hone in on the Portland Paddlers. Things are going to get really interesting when it comes to the Golden Game in week 2. Texas won the Golden Game 21 points to 19. We've had so many close Golden Games, so many 21-19s, 21-20s. But in week 4, Portland won the Golden Game against Texas 21-7. Then again, they did have a 5-point head start going into that game.
There's a chance anytime you get that 5-point lead that you can just break it open with a quick sweep of maybe the 3-4 player where there's some difference in level. But right now, Ji-Wei needs to be thinking about how to get 1 point. Kazuhara is trying to pull off the sweep himself.
Look at a player like Kazuhara with so much experience. Twice a bronze medalist in the Japanese national championships. There's a link there for the Major League Table Tennis shop. The match has been really great. We've seen players out here, not players, spectators rather, with the Bay Area Blasters shirts on across the weekend. And even some players with Princeton Revolution shirts out here all the way on the West Coast, and I think Roger Kang probably had a lot to do with that.
And Roger's been at every match so far, lending support to the league, and of course, his newest owner teammate, Dmitry Ovcharov, which really takes it to the next level with international players wanting to get behind Major League Table Tennis in the United States.
There are plenty of rumors out there that Ovcharov might be interested in playing in Major League Table Tennis come season 2. That would certainly spice things up, and I think if Cole played again, he'd have some competition on his hands. Ji-Wei Sha off to a 4-1 lead. Not always doing the best job of repositioning with the forehand. He tends to play one good counter and then just...
It's almost like feet are kind of stuck at the last shot, which, again, balance such an important element when you are dealing with the type of balls that Kazuhara can send your way.
5-2, change in.
But Ji-Wei's been excellent at moving the ball around as well. And now he's up 5-2 here in game 3. We've seen Ji-Wei do a nice job of when he's down 0-2, getting that third game.
5-2.
I don't know how Ji-Wei recovered from that. Just a slight moment of indecision on the receive.
That was a great serve return, but a better opening by Kazuhara. Just really spun that ball up.
Such a short backswing too. Just looked like he changed his mind at the last moment, seeing it was going long. And this time, Ji-Wei finally, after 2 games, getting a bit more of a measure of Kazuhara's forehand. Gets his racket to the ball, and it's enough.
Kazuhara wanting to stay away from that quick backhand block down the line. Found a quality forehand block by Ji-Wei.
7-4.
Ji-Wei just keeping steady here. 7-4 lead.
And right now, Ji-Wei just wants to continue doing a lot of the same thing, which is occasional attacks, but more importantly, just stop Kazuhara's strong offense.
And he will. He's covering that forehand side really well right now.
Great timing on the forehand. Jiwei had it lined up. Just so much topspin on Kazuhara's opening shot.
Ace serve from Kasahara down the line. Totally catches Jiwei off guard.
He actually hit it into his own body. That ball was jumping and he slightly overran it.
Kasahara.
And this is the problem for Jiwei. He's playing so many points that he's winning on blocks that Kazuhara, if he just gets a cleaner first attack, he's going to have another ball that he can just jump on top of, and Jiwei's forced to be a blocker. Jiwei has to get some offense going if he wants to put any pressure on.
Jiwei just steady enough to get through these points. Once they get into these longer rallies, Jiwei's able to control the pace a little bit better.
He can use the tempo as well as when he's closer to the table.
Kasahara just wiping some sweat or moisture from the racket. In table tennis, that can be an absolute breaker for any table tennis shot if there's moisture on the ball or the rubber. Kasahara clips the back edge. Jiwei needs to make his move now to get over the finish line in game 3.
Nothing like a net to assist in the process.
You know, when I said make his move, that wasn't what I had in mind, but it will definitely do the trick.
And we saw the 2 net balls in a row in game 1 off of the side spin, top spin serve that Jiwei just shut down. Let's see if Jiwei's able to get a 3rd ball attack or at least an opening loop off of his serve.
What a backhand from Jiwei Shah to take game 3, and we've talked with Jiwei a little bit about how much hustle he has and how much fight, even when he's 2-0 down. That's going to be huge for the team.
Yeah, it adds so much energy to the team. And now to go into the golden game with a 3-point lead, it'll be so interesting what the coaches do. If Cole will be coming out strong, only playing 1 point, or will they mix it up?
So taking a look back at some of these matchups, some great singles and doubles showdowns, some very close matches. The doubles was a pivotal match for the Portland Paddlers. Jonathan McDonald digging deep to win his match over Rebate, and a great showing there from
Kasahara
and Kasahara both. Down now to Commissioner Flint Lane. The coaches will pick their lineups for the Golden Game.
Okay, coaches, we have Portland Paddlers are up 9-6, and we'll be starting with a 3-point lead. Since you're behind, coach, you will be picking first. Yohan Rebate is your number 1. Daniel Tran is your number 1. Your number 2. Cole is your number 2. Dave Macbeth is your number 2. Who's your number 3? Hiromitsu Kasahara is your 3. Jonathan McDonald is your 3. Your number 4. Jiwei Shah is your 4. Nandan Naresh is your 4, making Amy Wong your 5, making Rachel Sung your 5. Good luck, coaches.
Well, some super combinations there, and we'll see almost completely different lineups coming into this. The only one remaining the same is Cole and David Macbeth, who started this match off. Daniel Tran's going to face off with Rebate. Jonathan McDonald's going to play against Kasahara, Jiwei and Nandan, and then the college roommates Rachel Sung and Amy Wang will face off against each other.
I think we could see a couple of sweeps here just because it being so different styles as well as a 3-point lead for the paddlers. Texas has to come out and cannot afford to go down in this first series with Rebate against Daniel Tran.
We're going to see some fast pace here. Daniel Tran and Rebate will play for just 1 point.
The deep serves are already coming out.
And Rebate will take it now. Each player will come out here for just 4 points each, substituting in one golden game to 21. If it does get to 2020, which it has on quite a few occasions, there will be one golden point to finish things off. Cole and David Macbeth. See if Cole can bring some of the 3-0 magic he brought in the singles, or whether Macbeth can deal some damage here in the golden game.
Caught
and
the edge.
Clips a net and an edge.
3-2.
Cole opting for a backhand serve. He's not going to have to worry about that ball going out to his forehand as easily.
And Macbeth a little bit tentative, a tough placement to go down the line.
But definitely wanting to stay away from Cole's forehand. And Macbeth with the mini break. And great over the table forehand flip kill.
Macbeth brings the Texas smash to within one of clearing that initial lead from Portland.
Both players demonstrating the exact same technique. Over the table forehand flip kill.
Cole shouldering that responsibility, keeping the Portland Paddlers in the lead here in the golden game. Kasahara is going to take on McDonald. It's going to be interesting to see whether the steadier, slower pace of McDonald disrupts the rhythm of these much faster and quicker Kasahara.
Will he play into McDonald's backhand is really the key.
Net,
The
5-3.
net serve. Weirdly enough, the majority of net serves that we've seen have been from this near side of the table. I struggle to remember the last one from the other side.
Oh.
And McDonald just swings the ball in down the line.
And really, it seems like taking that forehand a little later might make a ton of sense just because Kasahara has so much speed. Great placement down the line, but again, the deep serves.
And McDonald really going for that forehand.
Nice serve, got the backhand opening in, but just couldn't drive the forehand down as the ball goes long.
Kasahara.
2 points off of errors from McDonald. Brings it back within one. McDonald could have.
And McDonald, no stranger to a lobbing rally after his singles. Takes two, it's a split.
This is going to be a great matchup right here. Nandan promised us some extra beautiful shots here.
7-5.
Look for Nandan to take the offensive opportunity here.
That's in the counter. And Texas smash knocking on the door of Portland.
We've seen Nandan just do a great job against the opening loops to take the advantage away and put pressure on. Ji-Wei forcing the backhand.
And Naresh Levels taking the first 2 points here. And he'll take a third off the serve. The Texas smash.
Here's a sweep potential right here.
He won't get the sweep. Ji-Wei able to take 1 point.
2 Pan Am Games gold medalists and women's doubles partners who took the gold in Santiago, plus roommates.
Amy Wong will take the first.
Rachel very offensive off the serve.
Amy doubles down, getting that ball wide. And it's going to be a timeout from the Portland Paddlers. They have 1 timeout during the Golden Game.
Just seemed in those 2 points, Rachel took it upon herself to initiate the opening. Amy just took her time, turned that first attack against Rachel with some very well placed counterattacks.
Get another look at those 2 points there.
And Amy's out on the table, ready to go, while Rachel's getting some advice and tips.
I mean, this has been a bread and butter strategy that Amy's built her game around since she was a very young kid. The deep push into the middle where she gets those weaker forehand openings and just belts the ball into the corners.
It served her so well against all the women, both domestically and internationally, to be able to take a full swing, especially when they're serving. So now, Texas with the lead. Halfway through the Golden Game.
And Sung puts that loop long. Amy Wong potentially looking for a sweep here. She clips the net. She will take all 4 points. Right now, it looks like Texas has been in a potentially better situation into this Golden Game. If you look at Amy and you look at Nandan and even Kasahara, who potentially could have the upper hand in his.
Yeah, other than Collet. And
oh, nobody was home at all. Rabate catches Daniel Tran, stepping around the corner, directs that ball down the line. This time Tran steady with the forehand opening.
Two very purposeless points from Rabate, just kind of putting the ball into play.
And Daniel Tran takes 3 from 4.
After the very first ball, Rabate played so well, just kind of like he just walked through those last 3 points, and they were huge for Daniel Tran.
This round between Collet and Macbeth is going to be crucial for both players. Macbeth picks the ball up.
Smart play.
Knowing the potential for sweeps from the Texas smash side.
It seems like this angle really favors Macbeth because he will probably forehand loop it, and then if they get into a forehand to forehand off the table, well, that time into the body.
Collet picking up that net ball really well.
and then just again every single time hitting the opponent's elbow. Aggressive play that goes long.
And the Texas smash and maneuvering into a very favorable position here in the Golden Game.
Going for an extreme angle there. Could not land it. Can Jonathan McDonald score and bring Portland back into this, trailing by 2?
McDonald fighting for every ball out there. Kasahara.
Adding a little extra to that final loop and with the serve.
Action on that first forehand from Kasahara was difficult to deal with, and he's pumped. McDonald takes 1 point back.
And Nandan Naresh is within striking zone if he can do what he did last time, which is take 3 out of the 4 against Ji-Wei Shah. Seems like Ji-Wei's been in this position quite a bit.
Get the first. Ji-Wei staying steady there on the backhand and forehand, further back from the table.
Right, 15-18.
Oh, solid block.
18-15.
I'm not going to say he baited him, but he played a great ball to the middle.
And that's going to force a timeout from the Texas Smash. Coach York Pizzigayo.
Nandan running over to the middle of the forehand to play that backhand right into Ji-Wei's backhand.
I'm sure York will be probably reminding Nandan that he doesn't have to play that quick or that fast. He's putting a lot of pressure on himself to try and hit through Ji-Wei.
Taking big shots. Not probably the only way to win.
I feel like it has been a big trend in the Golden Game. It's really go for broke. A lot of high-risk shots and high-risk serves as well. Right now, Nandan Naresh holding a good position, but if Ji-Wei's able to bring things closer together here, it could be a dangerous situation.
Well, the ladies are playing the cleanup position here. 2 more points.
Amy's no stranger to the end game position of the Golden Game. She's experienced it just this weekend.
Just this weekend, all 2.
Both sides, the anguish and the celebration.
That was a half-long serve.
You can see Amy cheering the most. Every point won by Nandan is a lot of pressure off her back. And Ji-Wei catches the net.
And that puts
all Amy Wong needs here is a split. She won 4 clear points in the first round of matchups of this Golden Game. The pressure is all on Rachel Sung.
she needs to take 3 to stay alive, 4 for the win herself.
18-19.
She'll take the first one. Rachel going for a bigger shot than she usually would to try and finish early. Amy Wong.
Not easy to smash that loop either. So 2 serves, 3 opportunities for the win. If it goes to the golden point, Daniel Tran against Rebete.
Rachel Sung is not done yet.
Both Amy and Rachel are so good at counterattacking and blocking if you don't play to the perfect location.
Amy Wong finds herself in a similar situation. And the long fast serve does it. And again for Texas, the barrier goes flying as the team come through.
To Texas.
Amy Wong.
Second time, definitely MVP for Texas, taking 2 of the 3 matches this weekend. Final points. Portland battled back. They did everything they could after starting with a 3-point lead.
And I think the order of this Golden Game, a well-selected lineup from Coach Jörg Pizzigaya, and he's shown time and time again that despite the team falling to the bottom of the table, he has so much confidence in his team and has talked about, you know, the players having the skill set, but it's all about the preparation, the attitude, and it's shone through this weekend. Jörg, congratulations on a great weekend for the team. I know you've talked a little bit about having that confidence in the players, but really focusing on the attitudes and the team spirit and how the team comes together. Talk us a little bit about how your process is as the coach to ensure that you get the best out of your players.
Oh, how the process is? Well, we are trying to spend a lot of time together. We always meet like 3 days before the competition to practice together. We are trying to group up. We are trying to build a team. I think that's a little different approach compared to the other teams. And I think at the very end this helps us a little bit because again we don't have the strongest individuals compared to the other teams. So our chance is just to stay together very close, to keep fighting. I actually told our team today when we were down 4-8, I said, listen guys, don't worry. I feel we are playing better than them, right? We are not taking the chances we create, and that's why we are behind. But I still feel we are better than them, and we showed yesterday we can come back. We need to believe. We also have been very lucky. I mean, come on, this is also what it takes. The last 4 Golden Games before this weekend, I think we lost, even we played well. So, yeah, I mean, we have to stay very close. We talk a lot through things, and we have young players. They take sometimes wrong decisions. That's how it is, and we back them up because we trust them, and they get the next chance.
And I think the confidence you spoke about last night with Amy. She goes for the deep serve at 2019, not really afraid of losing, but actually playing her game to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same last night, right? She served long in 1917 against Jin Bao, and she did the long serve again. It's a difficult serve. You can miss it. It's what it is, but it shows me that she's confident to use difficult strokes, and she's actually trying to attack the opponent, and that's what it takes. You know, if you're just nervous and you hesitate, you will not play any quality on the table. And it was the same tonight, and it can go in the other way. It's okay, but these young players, they need these situations to grow, to develop. We have chosen to go with a bunch of young players. I love this part of the job because that's also pushing me. You know, they really attract us coaches, and we take time. We need time to develop, and these kind of situations like today, they help us for sure.
Well, great to catch up with you, Jörg, and congratulations. Not just on today, but on a great weekend for the Texas Smash.
It's a better feeling to go home this way, I agree. Thanks, guys. Good job on your end, too.
Thank you. And we'll take a quick moment here to talk to someone that we haven't had the chance to speak to this weekend. We've talked a lot about her from up here, but not to her. Amy, congratulations on a great weekend. It's been so interesting for us to see you in the Golden Games. You've gone through a lot of ups and downs and have always tended to find yourself in a position that you probably don't want to be in, which is to be right at the end of the Golden Game with the pressure. Talk us through the weekend. Obviously, the first Golden Game was a tough one for you against Fabiola in the end, but the last two you pulled through.
Yeah, the first Golden Game, I was a bit depressed after losing 21-20, and especially that was the decider for our team win or lose. But I think the next 2 days, Coach York and my teammates, they were very considerate of me, of how I was feeling a bit sad because of the first Golden Game, and they were really supportive, and I believed in my teammates also when they played their singles matches. So, yeah, I feel like it was because of my teammates and Coach York's support that I got through.
You know, we had a chance to speak with Rachel about what it's like playing somebody that you spend so much time with. Do you find it personally for yourself easier to play somebody like Rachel, who you know her game inside and out, or is it a lot more difficult to come up with new tactics or something different that she hasn't seen?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely, especially with Rachel, because we're also UCLA roommates and we're really good friends. We know each other's playing style really, really well because we play each other really often. So I feel like when we play each other, it depends on who's playing better that day, and also mentality, I guess.
And Amy, over the last year and a half to 2 years, you've had such fantastic results, not just here in the US, but across the Pan Am region in particular, and international. Long-term, looking towards Paris, what does the build-up look like for you in terms of getting ready to play potentially your first Olympic Games?
Yeah, I'm working towards it. Hopefully I can make it through the the Olympic team trials, which is held in March. So I've already taken a gap quarter, but I'm going back to school in January. So hopefully while I study, I still make time for myself to practice, hopefully every single day, and to keep up with all the other young athletes.
Well, Amy, congratulations. It was a thrill for us to see you come back from that Golden Game loss to win the last two back-to-back and to really hold your own there. So congratulations, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Great to catch up with Amy Wong there. And at the end of this weekend, the Portland Paddlers take the top spot on the leaderboard with 94 points overall. The Texas Smash making some ground there on the third position. Remember, they started out the weekend on 58 points, so they've made some big ground, and of course a lot of that has come through the Golden Game wins. They've taken 2 out of the 3, but still a pretty tight race, and it's gotten even closer than it was when we started this weekend. And we still, of course, have one matchup that's coming up at 2:30. That's an hour from now, and it's going to be between the Bay Area Blasters and the Seattle Spinners. On the home ground of Bay Area, they've really worked into the crowd here, so we'll see how the audience looks. Sean, the last word on this matchup between Texas.
Texas has gotten their mojo going and just really bringing the heat, looking very strong going into Rock Hill.
Yeah, a fantastic performance, and again, just great to talk to Coach York about his approach to this match, and it just, again, doubles down on how important the team aspect of this tournament has been. We'll be back in an hour. From Matt Hetherington and Sean O'Neill, thanks for joining us.